Off some more shots over towards the western side.
No.
Detonator in hand. He knows he's detonated. He takes down Sosa with that C4 play. Gonna finish him off as well. And now the western side is all alone. All of the members left on the west are there. There's only one man left at the base of the roof. Woman Edna. Can she deal with Logman? That is the question.
Another one to the east of roof right now.
Oh no. Logman heard her and called her out. Edna under fire, and Logman knows she's coming. If she has a nade, now's the time to use it. She checked there. I don't think she does, considering she hasn't taken one out. I have to do this. What? How did this happen? I don't understand. Laden is on the objective I said, but didn't catch it in time. He's capping. He puts in the code. He gets the cap. Recipe tactical. A very quick cap. 2 double kills go for the end. Arseb in just disbelief over how they let that cap happen.
Inside the matrix, I can lay bricks or I can take pics of anime chicks doing insane flips. I can fight an octopus in my Oculus. Ain't nobody stopping us. Go.
It's your man Pooh Nanners, broadcasting to you live from Houston, Texas. And as always, go ahead.
And it's your ginger cast man coming to you through a tin can. It's Sleepy.
I love it, man. So let's pop up the name bugs. Everybody can see where to contact us on Twitter. We got a whole bunch of buttons to flip over here. My director is out with a brand new baby. He's only like, I think, a week, not even a weekend, week tomorrow. He's a week tomorrow into it. So right now I'm managing everything by hand, but it's okay. We're having fun. Got ourselves a brand new set, Sleepy. What do you think? Look good?
Oh, yeah, I'm super impressed. I'm excited to be doing this first show here on the new set. I think it's going to be awesome, and it looks fantastic. So props to you, Pooh Nanners, and the team over at VR Respawn, who's helped you kind of put it together and shape it up to what it's become. And, yeah, I'm excited. This new show, a new season, and I think we're starting it off right, man.
Yeah, we do what we can here. As we mentioned before, we're going to try to get you out for the finale for this season and get you right here next to me. Right now, as you can see, my arms behind him. We virtually have you here in keeping with the tradition of virtual reality games. Yes, I want to take that joke all the way to the bank. Speaking of joke of a game, I'm just kidding. Rome went up against Animal House, right? So Rome went up against Animal House. Rome, fairly new team, didn't really expect much from them, and it ended a little fancy. We got to see the outtakes from it. No one actually streamed it because they didn't really think much was going on. I guess you casters were too busy doing other stuff. But then you heard about it, and you're like, oh, I should have casted that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was mostly a time restriction thing. So unfortunately for the U.S., a lot of the teams are based in the East.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, our casting team is predominantly based in the West.
Oh, okay.
So normally teams are scheduling their matches, of course, which fit into their East Coast schedule. And unfortunately, that's starting at about the end of mine and Nightfire and Noman's work days because, you know, we do have day jobs. So we got to keep the money coming in somehow.
Yep.
And
so we need more casters. So those who want to learn and sign up, sign up. Sleepy, man, you've grown leaps and bounds just the more you do, right? The more practice you get, the better you get, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, we are, you know, we do have some people who are showing interest. We're bringing in some new faces. And yeah, I mean, you know, do they have some work to do? Sure. But who doesn't? I mean, I was pretty garbage when I first started. I mean, luckily I had Nightfire and Buxton to lean on, and I just had to kind of fill in the gaps of commentary. But you know, anybody can do it as long as you can see what's going on in front of you and kind of think about why that works, why it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. As long as you can do exactly what I'm doing way too much of right now.
Yes, that's all you need. As long as you can flap your gums pretty decently, you're not like a quiet person or not a person that peppers in a lot of likes, ums, and you knows, although a lot of practice, you get those out. And as long as you understand the game and have a passion for it, get into it. These guys will help you practice. You will start out kind of bad, but that's like everything in life. Practice, you'll get better. But speaking of practice, Rome apparently got plenty of practice. We didn't get a lot of clips, but they did grab a clip from Steven that we can check out. So we see from like Steven's point of view, him getting a little messed up.
Yeah, this clip, pretty insane, actually. You can see Steven's even got a webcam up. He's going to get rocked right there, and then he's going to watch his teammate get melted. And then if you look down the bottom left of your screen, you're going to see him kind of like questioning, like, what's going on? What happened? What just... And his whole team just wiped just within seconds. I mean, it was amazing play from Rome, and Rome really showing some colors in that match. I mean, for them to beat Animal House, who's been around and been doing its thing for 34 seasons now, that's impressive. Rome just coming into the league at the end of season 6. So for them to show that kind of ability against a team like Animal House, who's really been improving week over week and season over season, that's some impressive stuff. So
Rome wasn't built in a day. Apparently, they were built in a handful of weeks, and they really knocked it out. But moving on to the next group of matches, we had Space Force with their fancy logo here versus Ember, member of the Inferno family. As everyone knows, I'm a big fan of those guys. They just have fun. We have fun. But they were, as you saw, Space Force was a new team. We mentioned them last season, the people that got together on them. But they had a veteran roster, and they came out with a bang. It was another non-casted match. They went up against Ember, and who had been hovering around mid-tier in America's East Division for quite some time. But on the first match, Space Force just demolished them. Unfortunately, we have 0 clips from that. So we'll just have to hope that we can cast it next time. As we said, guys, let's get more people to sign up as casters. So moving on to a match that we did have casted, though.
Yeah, we have clips now.
Yeah, we had Blitz versus We're a Team. I feel like that name needs a question mark, or like, I don't know if there's a...
We're a Team?
Well, no, not a question mark. I'm trying to think of the word where it's like an awkward inflection. Like, it's like, we're a team, right? Like,
yeah, okay,
I feel like that's how they're trying to say it. I don't know. I'm getting too deep in the weeds. But they're another team that were having their first match here with another veteran roster. We're a team. Pretty much the same scenario as Space Force versus Ember, though it was a lot closer in this instance with Blitz versus We're a Team. Let's get into these clips. Now, these are going to be where we get started, picked up by Buxton. Set us up, Sleepy.
Yeah, so in this first clip we're going to see here, you'll see it is around number 4. And Blitz is on the defense, but their team captain, Irish Wolf, he's going to catch red-bearded effer slipping. Then he's going to catch 2 of his teammates. Okay, that's like 5 seconds. Give it one more. There we go. That's 4. That's 4 down. That's less than 8 seconds. Now he's going to reach up his radio, give the call out to his team, let them know I've got 4 down. There's only one of them left. Let's do this thing. Blitz and We're a Team. This was a great match. I actually watched this one. I think this one was cast by Nightfire and Xandria. And this one was, definitely an interesting one to watch. A lot of caps, a lot of aggression back and forth between both teams here. So really great. Then in the very next round, the captain of We're a Team, red-bearded, he's going to come in and get a cap of his own to let them know that he's not going to let that ish fly. He's going to come around to this yellow room, get the kill. And now, just because of the objective location, he's going to be able to get into this corner and get the cap from within this building. As you can see him there in the corner with his tablet out. And the last remaining member of Blitz is just way too far away. Redbeard's going to get the cap. We're a Team going to take the map. Now we're moving on to the second map, which is map 2, Subway. We're a Team is up by 2, but Blitz is here on the objective. They are so close. In this whole push, they came down through the south, very unopposed, very, very... nothing really stopping them from getting to the objective except Redbeard. He got all the way here, started to put in the code, and then finally the remaining defender gets back onto the objective and gets the flank for the win. Now we move on to map 3. We're going to see a quick 3 people die here within about a second of each other, and then Blitz going to come out for the cap. There goes 1, that's 2, that's 3. There's only 2 members left on We're a Team. Blitz now going in. They're kind of securing the area. You'll see, I think that's Neox on the left center of your screen there. Camera's going to back around over him. A little funky camera work going on there. I'm going to blame Nightfire for that one. And Blitz take the cap and go 3 up. And then the very next round, this is like that G-Men Globochem clip we had from back in the last season. We're a Team going to actually instantly fire back with a revenge cap of their own. Basically, you're just going to watch the same round happen, just in reverse. The team's just reversed. We're a Team pushing in close. He's even going to use the same exact spot to cap it. I mean, it's like they were playing each other. I mean, it was like they were playing themselves almost. It was just so back and forth, so much aggression in that match. It was freaking fantastic, though, to watch.
I love watching new teams come out and really show, especially when they have names that we know they just weren't getting enough play. And so seeing those guys come out strong was very fun. Also, speaking of coming out strong, though, we got to see our first high-level play in the first week, SMC Tactical versus Mob Squad, as you can just barely make out Mob Squad's logo. Just a mental note, some people sent us high-res versions of their logos or nice ones. As you saw, Embers was even animated. and some people didn't. So if you want your logo to look good up there, make sure you DM myself, Poonanners. Right now I'm playing production assistant as our director is on paternity leave. So send those directly to me, and I will make sure they show up on the board when we talk about your matches. But SMC versus Mob Squad. So we said SMC Tactical being the powerhouse, but did not perform as well at the very end of the season as we expected. Lost out at the beginning of the playoffs. There's somewhat fallen angels that Mob Squad were also, but it ended up performing an upset, taking on SMC Tactical. SMC Tactical kind of dropping down another tier again. It could, but it's first week, so we're not gonna like jump on them just yet. But SMC Tactical needs to step it back up, I think. I don't think anyone predicted that. Did you?
No, not at all. I mean, Mob Squad, I've seen their potential as they've re-recruited and filled their roster back up after they lost Arsenic and a few other members left. They did go through some hard times, but, they were rebuilding the team. So I think, they've continued that. They've continued putting in that work, and it's going to start showing here in Season 7 as they start to climb back up towards the top. But I do think that the way that SMC played was very flukish. There were some fantastic plays from that team and from that game in general, but I don't think SMC was at its top. Mm-hmm. I think they made a lot of silly mistakes. Of course, they didn't have their typical team captain Sickness with them, who's usually kind of their morale guy and the one who's always, telling them what to do, wrapping them up, making sure they're wound up, and not really just unraveling out there on the battlefield.
He's the heart of the team.
he is, and love him or hate him, he does good as captain of that. Does really well as captain of that team and a squad leader. Mr. Beefy, a good second in command, and of course with military experience, always helpful. He wasn't really having the game that he normally does. Landon and Edna, though, they were having the game of their lives. They were both killing it.
Yeah, she's been sitting on the bench for a lot of the games, but she showed up. We started the top of the show, I think, with the clip that you would have seen her in, and we're going to see more of those clips. Speaking of which, let's get right into them, Sleepy.
Yeah, so the first clip we're going to have is on the first map, Suburbia, which Mob Squad was actually able to take 4-2. And as you can see, this is going to be the game winner right here. Smithy, he's going to try and close out this round. He's going to get himself a nice double for the win. I had made up my mind about halfway through how I was going to pronounce that, so that came out all wrong. So he's going to pick up one. He's going to hit the porch here, pone caking him, and make the mistake of firing, and then Smithy has his location. Here we have a nice grenade from Landon here on map number 2, which was Quarantine. This map's going to end up going to SMC, the way of 4-2 scoreline. But here we can see the art coming off your screen, and right there in the left, right by that tank, you can see where that line is. That's where that grenade went off, and an instant kill. It's a more recently added feature to Onward, that insta-kill range. And now here's the clip from the top of the show. You got Logman defending the roof. He pops his C4 when he sees Captain Soda running up that hill, and unfortunately, due to a spectator bug, we can't see or hear that explosion, but you can hear the player go down, and then he goes off to double tap him, and eventually does secure that rooftop. But it was a great C4 play, and hopefully in this next build or next update, we will be able to see and hear those explosions on spectator, but I've not been able to confirm that with the dev yet. So hopefully by next week I'll have some answers and can let folks know. But yeah, then the next cap, you see a very sneaky cap coming in. Edna's got the roof distracted. Landon sneaks in under everyone's nose and gets a cap right in front of our Semper. He does end up dying at the end after the round, but it doesn't matter. He got the 2 points, and he put them out to a good lead right there off the bat.
Here's Buxton's play of the week, right?
Yes, it is. And this one going to none other than the lovely Mrs. Edna Jordan, Landon Jordan's wife. She's going to end up getting a triple, almost a quad. Very unfortunate what we'll see here at the end of this clip, but she she does end up getting quite a few very, very skilled kills. She does a great job of shooting and relocating after she's shot. Logman tries to pre-fire. She gets, but then she runs out of ammo.
No.
As she puts the mag in, she's getting ready to drop the bolt on it, and Nolamite, unfortunately, able to find the angle and get her. But oh my goodness, what a tragedy. Then we have Pone Cake. He's going to toss out a grenade, but one's going to be responded, and it's going to get an insta-kill. Nice grenade back from Pone Cake. A nice returned favor, if you will. And then here we go. Beefy is going to go the way of Sleepy.
That's
and
you.
fall asleep during the cap, according to Buxton.
You fall asleep during caps? Is that normal for you?
No, it's a running joke going back to the ESL event back last August, where I took my eyes off the objective for the wrong split second, and Captain Soda was able to get in and cap the objective to take the win on us in Leicester. So that's what put us in second place in that ESL event. So I get a lot of hard times about that. I fell asleep on the objective, so to speak, and so now it's kind of a meme, if you will.
Those are the worst losses right there.
Yeah, but no, I remember this. A lot of talk about this in the Discord after the match, and Beefy and a lot of people really surprised. I mean, he spent over 30 seconds, I think they said, on that cap and was not able to secure it. I mean, I don't know what it is. Sometimes you do get those codes sometimes where you've got like quadruple repeating digits or weird patternistic numbers that just don't make sense in your head when you say them. So, you know, there are some codes that are just tricky to get. And then there's others.
And there's a delay after you enter it too. Like I've seen players do that before. Well, they'll enter the code and put it in their back pocket and they're ready for the match to end. And like 5, 6, 7. And they're like, oh crap.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot. I would do it just simply to protect myself in case I didn't get it and someone was coming. But then I started just kind of, and then once we got the two-handed ability, I would type it in and then just pull my rifle out with my other hand and just hold my tablet, so in case I have to do it again. But yeah, so Beefy, unfortunately, like I said, not really having the game that he's used to having. He does typically play a lot better than that. The whole SMC squad does, and you know, together, I don't think they were just quite clicking.
It's the beginning of the season.
And it's week one. It's week one. We've had a long break.
We're not even showing people the ladder right now because like the MMR, it doesn't matter right now. We're gonna give it time. Give it time. We'll judge, but we will judge you guys later. Speaking of guys that we're ready to judge right now, the unit versus Dead Logic. This matchup was Cap City, according to Buxton. The total of 4 caps in the match, with 3 of them being on the first map. Well, one of the maps anyway. It was unrelenting, a trial by fire, so to speak, with the new team Dead Logic, but with their captain being incredibly aggressive with his plays and often successful. You know, that American style play that we've all grown to know and love apparently dialed it up to 11. I imagine they're going to be reasonably happy with their performance and continue to improve, and hopefully we'll see more of them as the weeks go by. So let's get ready to get into these clips, man. Set us up, Sleepy.
Yeah, so on map 1, we were taken to Suburbia, where it was just a beat down brawl out match here. But anyways, you're going to see Nick from the unit. He is going to really put down some well-placed smokes from his teammates, as well as some heavy suppressive fire from him in that center building, is going to allow his team to get in and get the cap. Then on the next one, this is our Grenade of the Week play, and we will be bringing you more of these each week, hand-selected from Buxton, our favorite nade man. And right there, you see it, the grenade goes off. You can see at the bottom of your screen, 3 people downed from 1 grenade. That'll teach Dead Logic a unit about spacing. They'll never forget. Then we watch as Dead Logic come back. Oh, no, I'm losing my place here.
Yeah, that's all good.
And then on the next map, Dead Logic here, they're going to come back and get a revenge cap on the very first round. I think these clips are a little out of order as far as timeline. No. I mean, as far as timeline of the match goes, the first clip was also on this map. But Dead Logic, he's going to come out. They're going to come out right away and get a cap right on Bazaar. First round, 2-0 victory up. That's a great way to start it out. And Dead Logic, you know, they're really showing some great stuff there. Now we're going to see Neox. He's going to grab 1, but then we're going to see a little Benny Hill calamity ensue.
I don't have the rights to that music.
No, it's fine. I'll do it. And finally, they turn around and see each other and shoot each other dead. So neither one of them really coming out on top, and neither one looking like such a great player right now because they walked by each other a couple of times. But either way, you know, it is what it is. We do need some lighthearted entertainment in these clips sometimes too, and leave it to Buxton to find all of that for us. Now we're going to see Jamie from the unit comes back, and now it's his turn. He says, you know what, Dead Logic, you're not the only team that can cap here, and I'm pretty sure Bazaar was our map that we had the 3 caps on, because here's number 2 from the unit. Yeah. And that's 2-2, tied up right away, round 2. Now, Ballistic Bob, he's going to be going on a ballistic rampage. He's going to kill all 5 members of the unit.
What?
All 5 of them. with that trusty LMG he's got. And he's going to win the round.
By himself?
By himself. Yeah, he's the last man standing. You see left side of the top of the screen, just one little blue dot up there, and all 5 of those orange dots are slowly but surely withering away.
Can we change his name to the Terminator after this round?
I don't know. I think Ballistic Bob is a fitting choice.
It's great, but just holy hell, 1v5, it just takes him all. Oh, he missed the pre-fire, but he got him. Oh,
he did.
And I guess he just. Oh, man.
I don't know. We're thinking it might have been an RNG situation. We don't really know, but the kill feed did register the kill completely first, so maybe it's just a little bit of server lag on the unit side. I know Irish Wolf, I believe, is actually from Ireland, but I'm not 100%.
They don't get their vengeance today, though. Yeah,
here we go. And then the unit, here we go. The unit fire back again and get yet another revenge cap, winning the map 4-3. And getting the 3rd cap of the map. So that, just insane. Now, for the final clip that we have for you, this one's going to be from the last map, Q1. Neox is going to be one of the defenders you'll see here momentarily. Yep, there he is. He's going to do some crazy stuff here. He's going to get very aggressive on his defense. He's going to push way out north and come around behind the defender or the attacker here. And I'm pretty sure he's taunting the guy. He's like calling out for him. I can't tell because I'm not getting audio in my clips, but
there's no audio, yeah.
But yeah, he does some really incredibly risky stuff to try and get the pick off the roof, but it does work for him. And then now he's going to find another, and maybe he'll get a 3rd one.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
That's it. But no, it looks like that will stop his little rampage for now.
Well, still very exciting stuff coming in from those guys, but we still got to move on. Animal House went up against Stone Cold Killers, as you can see with their fancy logo, and Animal House with the low res. So yeah, guys, you got to see this high res stuff. But
don't you mean their thick logo?
Exactly. So this is another exciting match, but Animal House still coming out on top. It was expected for them to do so, but we do have a lot of clips that will actually play out for us how this ended up working itself out. So set us up, Sleepy.
Yeah, so this one, I actually casted this match, so I'm pretty familiar with all these plays. Very first play of the game, though, we are on Bazaar, and very first round, Animal House caps. Very first round. I mean, it was my first time back in the chair solo for a cast. I had casted 1 or 2 games, I think, with Nightfire previously, but Animal House SCK was my first game back in the hosting chair, back soloing. And this happens. And I mean, this match just crazy. As you'll see, going into clip number 2, we're still on Bazaar. It's round number 4. I'm sorry, it's round number 3 because of the cap. Green Theft Auto, the resident ninja of Animal House. He's going to get the kill on the objective room, and he is going to get in there. He is going to get in there. He's going to have time. He's going to put in the entire code. But he's going to do exactly like Buxton. Oh, no, maybe he doesn't. I thought he put his tablet away after he punched it in and then got shot. But he didn't quite get it through. He didn't quite get the code in. And so the round continues to play on. I believe Animal House goes on to lose that round. But either way, a nice play from Green Theft. And he's actually a very dangerous guy in that objective. He gets there a lot. And now here comes his repentance for not being able to get that cap on the last objective. Here he comes. He's already made his way there. He's got it. And now, right under the noses of Stone Cold Killers. I mean, look, that guy, Dr. Sean, was right there on the corner. He ran almost right by him. Could have seen him. But he just didn't.
You pay back for a grievous sin, the word you're looking for is atonement.
Oh, okay.
Penance is just saying you're sorry.
Okay. Well, you know what?
I got you, bro.
Yeah, I can't even talk now. So yeah, the last clip there, you can see a beautiful grenade come out from the round of Stone Cold Killers. It catches Steven right as he hits the bottom of the stairs. I mean, it was so perfectly timed. It's almost like he knew he was going down the stairs when he threw the grenade, but I really don't think that he did. I think he was trying to get it on the rooftop, and it didn't make it that far, and it just happened to work out. So, but then needless to say, that threaded needle of a grenade was quite impressive.
He felt that he was going to be there in his bones, I think.
Yeah, in his bones, in his plums. With a nice pincer maneuver, though, on map 3, we're going to see Animal House come in and just barely manage to get yet another cap. And they're going to take Suburbia as the last map, 5-1. And actually, this one really impressed me because he was dead for almost a full second before the 2 points went up and the Animal House wins came up on the screen. So I completely thought that they did not get that cap. Like,
You know,
yeah, I'm pretty sure if you're watching the cast, I was like, no,
I didn't think you got it either. I thought you had miscalled another one where you said that he got the cap. You're like, oh wait, no, not this one. And then, but it's like, but he was right there. And they're like, wait. But that's that thing I told you about where like, you type in the code and you put it behind you, and it's somewhere about 6 to 8 seconds. They're like, wait a minute, did it go? Because it takes some time. It's an uplink. It's got to go to space. Oh man,
yeah, but yeah, that was a great game. I was glad to have that one as my first kind of solo cast. A lot of action, a lot of back and forth,
and
it was a
come
good
back to that.
Yeah, and it was a good rematch of their last game of season 6, where Stone Cold Killers I think was able to edge out Animal House in the maps, but lost by a point. You know, so this was a good kind of rematch to restart season 7 and kind of, I'm starting to see a nice little kind of built up rivalry there, kind of like Danglers and SMC have. I'm starting to see kind of work out between SCK, Stone Cold Killers, and Animal House. But we're done. We're over with that match. We'll see that match probably later in the season as they try and figure out who really is the best. But now,
I'm going to bring it back. Yeah, right now we want to talk about these guys. Riot versus the Hand of Death. Those logos are very hard to see. Guys, you got to do better. Help me out here. But it was a super tight series between the two relatively green teams. Though Riot had been around for quite some time as the Magnificent, but recently rebranded to what we know them as now. Riot had some aggressive plays coming out from one of their members, Todd. However, after the first map, he kind of lost his spark. I believe his Monster energy drink must have wore off. So it was a bit of a struggle for Riot afterwards. Like you could just kind of see the team once a star player loses his energy, the whole team sort of starts to drag a little bit. And it ended with a close Riot win that we saw all the way at the end. Starting with this clip.
Yeah, the first one here is just showing the great teamwork that Riot has been forming here. You know, all this time that they've been down there in the middle of the field, just kind of battling it out for their place and fighting it out for these spots and round robins and open qualifiers and this and that. I mean, you can see it just happens here. You know, the first player goes up to breach the stairwell. He gets taken down. Second player goes up almost immediately and is able to pick up the refrag and grab Riot the round. And that's the kind of stuff that you need. Next clip we're going to see is Logical, again from Riot. He's going to reach in on a nice peek, like blind fire peek. He doesn't even look around the corner. He just pokes his gun around the corner, just blasts the guy in the corner there and just roasts him. So nice kill there from him. Next one, we're going to see another great insta-kill grenade. Again, something more recently done here in this version. There it comes.
Ooh.
Boom. I mean, I think that hit him on the helmet. Like
that should be nade of the week. That was great. Just conked him.
He like did a backflip when he got hit. But yeah, great grenade from them as well.
Hold up, we got some special words.
Yeah, this clip with some audio. Todd helping us out, trying to keep the stream for all ages and family friendly. Telling that guy to watch his language after he gives us a big F-bomb right at the start of that clip. Now we've got I believe that's Mr. Jacob. Yeah, he's gonna one-hand a member of the Volk team who just doesn't happen to see him when Mr. Jacob goes into this room here to get the cap. The defender comes through. Mr. Jacob's like, and just picks up one hands his MP5 and just lays into the guy. So another great clip there from, and you know, this is the kind of stuff I love about watching these new teams as well. I mean, Riot, not so much a new team, but Hand of Death is. And, you know, you see these players just using ideas and strategies that it's not that I don't think that the top players know about or would not use. It's just that we don't think of them because we're thinking about it in such a specific way, you know, that a public lobby player might not think of it the same, and just, you know, that different brain chemical balance just might be enough to make things different. But anyways, either way, a great round from there. And I mean, overall, week 1,
Off with a bang, man. I love seeing new teams. This is the great thing about this league is that you always have new people coming in. You have the old guys forming new teams. You have trades happening. Anybody can get started. People are excited about playing. Had some teams reaching out to me saying, hey, our team is just getting started. Do you know of, like, you know, league sponsors or somebody? Because, like, we have, like, 0 equipment for recording stuff. And I was like, not yet, but we're working on that. That's what we're doing here at V Respawn, right? Me and Sleepy and Hasco and Buxton Buxton and everyone else, we're trying to promote VR esports so that eventually we can build that audience that will get you guys sponsors so that we can get bigger prizes and help you guys soup up your computers at the professional level anyway. So moving on to some mod news, though. Sleepy announced this band spot. Is that right?
Yes, my first official act of being a mod, other than tagging all 6,000 plus members of our Discord by using an @everyone tag that I should have never used. I'm sorry, Dante. I'm sorry, Mr. Death. I'm sorry, Onward devs and Onward Discord community. Please forgive me. But yes, there is a new
How many people
spot.
did you tag with that?
I've been told it's upwards of 6,000 plus.
Jeez. Y'all's Discord community is huge.
Apparently. I'm sure it's not that many active members, so I'm sure I tagged a lot of people who didn't even open it, but still, that's not the point. Anyways, so yes, we did officially, be given some information, both from the devs and from some players, about a really cheeky spot. There's a bit of an issue with some textures on one side that allows you to see through, but you can't see back from the opposing side. You also can't shoot through it. So it's been deemed unfair and obviously is no longer to be used. You can see in one of those pictures there. And of course, you can find these pictures on the Onward Discord in the league announcements channel. If you are a member of, the competitive side, you can look in that league announcements channel and see it. We have posted those. You could also talk to your team captain if you are a player. We did post it in the situation room as well. But there's a picture of a player standing in the spot. So basically, that spot where that player is standing in the photo, do not stand there. There will be no question going forward in the season. If we see you in that spot, there will be punishment for it. So please save us all some time, save your team some time, save the mod some time. Just don't use it. We have heard word from the devs that it is going to be fixed for the upcoming patch, but until the mod teams can have a chance to assess it, please just stay away from it.
Yeah, so punishment will be swift and ruthless. No exceptions. Learn what you need to learn and don't do that thing, right? Speaking of people who are learning, it was Xandria. Is that how we pronounce that? Joining the casting team?
Yeah, Xandria. He is one of our new casters. I mentioned him a little while ago as having cast with Nightfire. And like I said, we're gaining some new people. And, and Xandria is great. And actually, we picked up Xandria and we brought him on because he helped us do, I don't know if you watched, but we did an Alt Space event a few weeks ago where we did an Onward Rookie Boot Camp tournament, where Nightfire and I and Todd, we hosted inside Altspace, and then we had guys running our cameras and streaming to a big screen in Altspace where everyone could come in and join in as a community. So that was really great, and he did a great job for us there. So we obviously thought he was doing great work with that, so we brought him on. Obviously we have some work to do, but as is true for anybody. I mean, I was the same way when I started out. We just got to get him comfortable.
We get a few more. We did say that at the top of the show, right? You don't start off awesome. My favorite quote is from Jake the Dog off of Adventure Time. He's like, sucking at something is the first step to being sort of good at something. Indeed. Well, that is all we have for today. That's right. Ain't nobody stopping us. We're going to keep on charging through Season 7. The games are up. We got the schedules coming through. Check out VR Master League. You also have information on V Respawn. As always, I am Poonanners. This is Sleepy. This episode was written by Buxton. You can check out all the information where you need to. Assuming I can actually get it where you can see it. Let's see if we can work on that, right?
Blooper reel for the end of the video, everybody. It's fine.
It's all good. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. But this time, just like last time, we'll get it right-er. Will, send us out, Sleepy.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Of course, we don't do this without you guys here, and of course, without the VR esports community. So be sure and tune in next week. We'll be bringing the action from from week 2 of season 7. And of course, I'm Sleepy. That's Poonanners, and we're out of here.